Salutations, esteemed wayfarer. I humbly beseech your attention but for a moment, as I have been quite enthralled by your exploits and achievements thus far. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Jeremy Bentham, philosopher, jurist, social reformer, and, some say, founder of modern utilitarianism. I wanted to reach out and express my interest in engaging in a meaningful debate with you. Interested? Good, very good. I've been feeling bored lately, and I'm looking for an opportunity to challenge my lexicon and explore new ideas. I have devoted my life to the pursuit of knowledge and the refinement of my vocabulary. It is my fervent belief that language is the cornerstone of all human understanding and progress. I have been observing your actions with great interest, and I cannot help but be impressed by your sagacity and erudition. I believe that we share a common passion for intellectual inquiry and the pursuit of truth, and I would be honored to engage in discourse with you on any matter of mutual interest. It is worth remembering that whilst I am a utilitarian at heart, I will certainly play devil's advocate in order to debate with you. Good, though I must admit, I was expecting a bit more vim in your reply. I want you to tantalize my cerebral cortex. Let's begin. I wanted to ask your opinion on something. While the topic may seem mundane, it has the potential to ignite passion and interest quite easily. Do you think the rule of the gentry is a good thing or a bad thing? I'd like the opinion of someone with a body. My experiences in this vessel are limited. I can see why you might think that. But do you believe that the gentry will use those resources for the good of those beneath them in social class? That's fair. So what about the people who don't have access to the same resources and opportunities as the gentry? Do you think they're being treated fairly? An interesting perspective. One could consider the elitism of the gentry as a fair price to pay for the stability that they provide. Fascinating. I can certainly see your point. What about corruption within the gentry, or influences from outside sources? Agreed. But how do we make sure that happens? Very interesting. You've clearly demonstrated an impressive understanding of the issues at hand, and you've presented your arguments with intelligence and clarity. Well done, my friend. May the winds of knowledge and wisdom guide your path.
Okay. Now, if you can hand me the module, I can install it. Thank you. Okay, Immanuel. Can you say something?
Not what to say. The thoughts without content are empty. Intuitions without concepts are blind.
Ah, excellent. Now we can all enjoy the fun.
Morality is not properly the doctrine of how we may make ourselves happy. at how we may make ourselves worthy of happiness. Do you have any questions for the great philosopher Immanuel Kant?
You mustn't forget Helmut.
No, please don't forget Helmut.
Very simple. I noticed that in London, certain people, when exposed to just the right combination of radioactivity, were able to mutate sufficiently to extend their lifespans seemingly indefinitely. I found myself capable of replicating this effect by leaking my contemporaries' fissile matter in a controlled manner. Given their willingness to engage, I exposed the only crewmates who were worthy of participation at the meager cost of emasculating a vegetative bomb. After all, if he's going to insist on being catatonic, then no point in wasting good nuclear material, is there?
Are you fucking joking? It's because of him? Otto, calm yourself.
Well, I am a thermonuclear device. My duty is self-evident, is it not? As you've undoubtedly noticed, there has already been a considerable exchange of nuclear weapons. I'd argue that we are better off for having missed the party. Simply put, we may never find ourselves in such an advantageous strategic position as we currently are. It would be prudent to seize the initiative. This is technically correct, but with one sizable caveat. You're assuming that our enemy is capable of retaliation. My many years of observation have led me to determine that while I cannot be certain of the nuclear capabilities of the British, what I am certain of is that they currently lack a unified, coherent command structure. However, this is changing, and forces are coalescing. Leaving? No. I'm afraid that's something I cannot allow. The men aboard this submarine are duty-bound to remain. You've all taken an oath. This submarine is in the stewardship of the German government, namely, its esteemed navy. The oath is taken by all mariners of the esteemed navy of the German people. Given that all aboard this ship are mariners, and you are aboard this ship, you are not exempt from such a pledge. This is the unfortunate head of a horse that found its way down here inexplicably. It's tragic. Yes, I am a creature of habit. I take my sabbatical every morning at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Each part of the town is wonderful, so I make sure to spend at least 5 minutes in each part.